I'm Tarot Oracle. This is a reading for CD. CD wants to know, is tarot going to be a part of the company that I already have? And do I continue to pursue this? So we're doing astrology dice as well today. Trying this out. Let me know. Give me feedback on this. So let's assume that green is go and red is stop. Basic etiquette on the road here. So we have red, we have Mercury and Libra in the 10th house. And green, we have Sun in Libra, which is odd, in the 11th house. So the 10th house is all about vocation. 11th house is about groups, reaching out and have some things. Libra is all about the balance. Sun is about going for it, thing of self, finding self, sort of going forward with yourself in mind. Mercury is about the communication. So we'll go with the dice first. Basically, green is go, red is stop means that to find yourself within this, you're going to have this sort of a balance. You're going to have sort of not too much on one side, not too much of the other. So it's going to take a lot of practice, a lot of effort, and you'll see that effort within the cards as well. As well as in the 11th house, it looks like you're going to need a support network in order to, if you're going to add tarot in there, you're going to need a support network. And for me, I think that that's reaching out in the tarot groups. I think that's getting some tarot readings in, doing a bunch of different tarot things for different people, getting feedback and things like that. So sort of pursuing your tarot ambitions, or you want to, if you want to incorporate it, it's trying to figure out how to incorporate it, and groups are going to be a big part of that. Reaching out to people, having people in the support network is going to be a big thing as well as it's an issue of finding yourself and finding the balance between both tarot and the existing job that you have. I don't think that one is going to balance out with the other until you sort of get into it and get into the mud and start going through the process and easing into that as well. So the communication, the Mercury being in there, I think that means that you can't really split them evenly. You're going to have to go one full steam and then introduce the other, which I think is going to be tarot. It sounds like it's going to be introduced. So it seems like you're going to have one be the primary and then slowly introduce the other one. And there's going to be a journey involved with this as well. There's going to be a lot of perusal as far as how does tarot fit in the company? How would you make it fit in the company successfully? I think it's going to be challenging at first because it's not going to be something that you're going to be able to do yourself, which brings me back to the 11th house thing. It would be good to get into groups and to run things by them, run ideas by them, and find out if the ideas are going to actually work, because I do think, since we have the Eight of Swords here, that it is going to be a bit challenging, maybe too challenging if you would just go full steam. So gradual introduction. You're going to need some assistance. You're going to need to sort of find your balance in between that, and you're going to need to really focus on yourself and make sure that you can do it. Not necessarily you can obviously do it, but focus on the self, focus on the sun, sort of get an introspection and make sure that it's working out okay, and use your intuition. If it's not working out, maybe adjust it, sort of fine-tune how you're going to introduce tarot into this. And again, it is going to be a journey. It could be a long journey indeed. At some point, you're sort of going to be alone in there, sort of trying to make it by yourself at many points. But I do think it'll be successful, especially with the Knight of Cups at the very end. I think that tarot as something that you want to do and introduce it into your existing company is going to be all right. It's going to work out. I mean, this is the end of the movie scenario here, right? The Knight of Cups is going to work out. We have this huge introspection holding the cup and staring at the cup, and etc., etc. I think that it's going to work out. It's going to be emotionally rewarding, but you're going to have challenges. This path here is clearly not a good path. It's going to be some issues, some challenges, and I think it's going to come back to the sun again as far as finding your balance, finding your way in the mess of it, because obviously with the internet and everything else, you have billions and billions and billions of readers and people doing all sorts of different things and stuff like that. So to end off the reading, let's grab an oracle card. Here we go. Following: loyalty, adaptability, cooperation, trust, reliability, sensitivity to others, servants, receiving guidance. So here we are again. That's funny, I drew that. Receiving guidance. We're back down to zoom in here. We're back down to the need for another group. So receiving guidance, service, sensitivity to others. So this kind of points it out. Basically, again, you're going to need some help. You're going to need some advice. You're going to need some guidance in many parts of the path in order to get that done. But overall, I think it's going to be successful, especially ending with the Knight of Cups. So it was a reading for CD about making tarot part of the company that she already has. If you like this reading, please email me below and the email below, and I will give you a free reading. Thank you.